Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? Hope everybody's having a good day, morning, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. I was actually just taking and I was surfing the net, and I don't know why, but I was thinking about thermal pastes. It was computer wise for CPUs, GPUs, etc., etc. Anything that use thermal paste, really computer wise. And yeah, yes, the entire point of thermal paste is to cover the micro imperfections in an IHS. In an IHS or a die, whatever. But I don't ever really. I mean, it probably is out there, but I don't recall anybody doing like an enclosed look of like thermal paste. In other words, like up close, like microscopic look at it to actually see like what's like what the consistency of it is, like if it's gritty or whatever. But I've got three different thermal pastes here. Well, not one of them is liquid metal, but I've got TM30, which both of these pastes I'm about to show right now are my backup pastes for when I run out of liquid metal, or emergency paste, more or less. But let's see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. It's TM30 and XTM50. And here's my liquid metal. And yes, part of the kit that comes with the microscope is it's a little slide thing here that and you can plug in the accessory jack for the light here, but I'm not going to use that. And then you get slides. The only downfalls with these slides is they don't come blank, so I'm going to be using like the corner or the edge of the slide to do what I'm going to do. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. Maybe I will jump over to the where I plug the accessory jack into this. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so pretty much just gonna take and see what the thermal paste looks like up close and personal, and I more than likely will take and swap out my lenses so I can get an up close personal look at them. But what I'm gonna take and do is, so I have my Q-tips. I have my Q-tips there, my rubbing alcohol, so I can take care and so I can take and do all that. But without further ado, let's take and let's have a little bit of look at thermal paste. So what I'm gonna take and do first is I'm gonna do TM30. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. I'm gonna do the TM30, and I'm actually gonna show you. I'm actually gonna put it on the slide right in front of you guys, so there's no confusion. But it said, get rid of these lights. There's the TM30, and we'll put a little bit on the slide here. Then what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to use a Q-tip and I'm going to spread it out for the simple purpose of get it thin, more or less make it like paper thin on the edges, and well, you'll get the gist of what I'm talking about. I'm going to take and spread that out like that, spread it out like that. And as you can see now, it's all nice and spread out. Come on, camera, focus. Oh, why won't this camera focus? There we go. As you can see now, it's all nice and spread out. So let's put it on the microscope and see what's what with it. And there it is on the microscope. I gotta back this brightness off. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna jump to the light off of the actual piece itself. There. Hopefully this will do something for me. Crank up the brightness. I don't want to go too crazy with it. But as you can see, there it is. Yeah, I don't like that. that's not an accurate, that's not a good enough representation in my opinion. So I'm going to jump back to plug in the actual base in and using the lights because I like that a lot better. That's more or less what I'm looking for. And pretty much like I said, we're just going to take and get an up-close look and personal look of the thermal paste. It's kind of funny because I don't know if you can see it or not. There we go. It's kind of funny because I don't know if you can see it or not, but it actually already is gritty. Thermal paste is actually quite gritty, to be honest with you. Okay, so I'm gonna take a new nose. I'm actually just gonna jump right to my I'm gonna jump right to my 90mm to 300mm lens. Pop that one out. Put the new lens in. Let's get it focused in. I gotta back this way off. Hopefully it'll get focused in. There we go. That's much better. And as you're starting to see the grittiness of the thermal paste, get it zoomed in a little bit more. Zoom this out. Then I'm going to drop the lens. Get it in focus. That's quite gritty for thermal paste. And that is the TM30. That's quite gritty. Move this around a little bit so you can actually see it. Get a little bit closer with it. Yeah, it's actually about as far as that lens is going to go. Because I'm technically using the wrong lens to do this, so. Because for slides, I should actually be using the lens for the slides, which I'm not. Because this lens is meant for like more up close, more or farther away distance, but up close. Yeah, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to change out the lens to get more up close and personal with it. And I'm going to switch out to my 4mm by 5mm. There, now I should be able to drop this right down. Let's see if I can get it focused. Gotta go down even more. Yeah, see, this lens is meant to be like right on top of the stuff. The only thing is I'm not trying to touch that lens with thermal paste. Now you can actually really start seeing the grittiness. Yeah, now I'm getting right down on top of it. I love when the tripod moves by itself. But there you go, now you can start seeing the grittiness of that. Zooming in a little bit more for you. There's the grittiness of that thermal paste. And that is the TM30. You can see how gritty that thermal paste is. Yes, it's cheaper, so yeah, it's going to be more gritty, as it's not as good quality. Now what I'm going to take and do, that's a TM30. Now what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to take my Q-tip with my rubbing alcohol, clean up TM30 off. Now I'm not trying to teach anybody on thermal paste or anything like that whatsoever. We're just having a look at thermal paste. That's literally all this is. That's literally all this video is for. I don't know, I thought it would be kind of interesting to do it. Just my opinion. Now I'm going to jump over to the XTM50. And again, I will show you me putting it on. Get that out of the way. Here's me putting XTM30 on. This thermal paste right off the bat is much thicker. I can already tell. And no, I hardly ever use these two thermal pastes. I'm mainly all liquid metal. It's all I work with. Spread it out. Well, try to get it to spread out. That'd be better if I actually heated this up with my heat gun, but this is not going to work out as good as I thought it would. Because this paste is really let's try this again. Now this paste is quite warm, so hey, I'm gonna hit it for a second off of my heater so I can try to get it more liquidy, more or less. Let's see if I can. on, warm up, warm up, warm up. That should be good. That's near liquid form. It's just, this stuff is like not wanting to get broke down. Talk about a burning time period. That's as best as I'm gonna get that. I mean, it's not warmed up at all. So I get the lens to focus. And of course, I spilled the rubbing alcohol a little bit, but it's whatever. And now you can see this thermal paste. Let me zoom this in for you. There, now you can see this thermal paste. Quite gritty. See if I can get in there more for you. Sorry, the lighting ain't that good. As best as I'm gonna get that lighting. It almost looks like kind of like looking at the moon. Just by how the lighting is, how weird it all looks. So I'm gonna take it and try to jump this off of this, and then go directly right off of this. It's kind of better, I guess. Not really. It's not really what I wanted to show. Yeah, I'm not a slide person. I didn't buy this microscope to do this stuff. I bought this microscope to do PCBs and stuff like that. So it's kind of coming out like crap. To me, it's literally a case of whatever. I didn't buy this microscope to do this stuff. So I mean, I'm trying to get it as best as I can. It is what it is. I said that is the XT-M50. Rubbing alcohol out, clean off the slide. See the slides clean. Now you can see the slides cleaned off. Now I'm going to jump to the liquid metal, which I'm not expecting much at all for this, for when it comes to the camera, or when it comes to the microscope. There's liquid metal. Don't need much of that at all. Doesn't help this stuff's not exactly cheap either. Grab the literally, I don't expect this to look like nothing but a mirror. However, it's liquid. It's not a paste, so it's not going to be gritty. Which I may have to swap out lenses for this. For the simple fact it's liquid metal. Which, there's your liquid metal. No grit, no nothing. It's not going to be gritty. It's literally liquid. I'm gonna have to swap out lenses for this because, again, it's liquid. There's nothing I can do. It's liquid. I'm not gonna get up. Can't get up close with liquid. I can't see through it. It's liquid metal. I'll jump to this lens though. So again, I didn't buy this microscope for this, so this video coming out like crap doing this. I apologize. I bought the microscope for PCB work, and that's where I shine on with it. Obviously, in my previous videos, I've already shown that. And that's that. Now back off the microscope. Bring this up. Focus it. And that's literally about as good as that's gonna get. I mean, it's liquid metal. It's not gonna be gritty, nothing like that at all. See if I can zoom into it a little bit for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all she wrote on the liquid metal end. Not gritty, nothing at all. It's literally liquid. Anyhow, with that being said, for those of you who made it this far, thanks. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. I did get a little bit of heat on not putting out the specs of the microscope and not putting out the URL, the cost, this and that. Okay, let's get one thing straight. I never marketed I'm not marketing the microscope. I never had any intentions to. The company is not paying me to market it or promote it, etc., 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 which is why I never put out the URL, the price, or whatever. Other YouTubers that do that, they are sponsored and they have a contract agreement with the company that they are putting that stuff out for. I cannot take and promote a product, especially with how YouTube works. I cannot promote a product and or take a chance of making money off of the product without getting a license infringement. Learn how Facebook or learn how YouTube works. No different than with music. If you have music on a YouTube video, you can get nailed for copyright infringement. I cannot take and market this microscope without an agreement upon the company. I cannot do it. If I do anything that makes that talks about the microscope or any product that I use and I make money off of the video of doing that, that company can come after me and sue me for licensing and copyright infringement, because I not in a license agreement to make money off of their product and or promoting it. So YouTubers that take in promote products, they have a contract to do that. I can't do it. So I've been told learn marketing, etc., etc. No, you need to learn marketing. It's basic licensing. That's why we have trademarks, licensing, copyrights, etc., etc. On that note, hopefully everybody's having a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you guys are at. I'm out. Later.